Back with another one. Am I the asshole? We'll find out. We'll find out. All right. So this one is titled, Am I the asshole for rejecting a nice and short guy because I just wasn't attracted?
How do you feel about that?
Hold up.
First of all, no, pause everything.
Yo.
Pause everything.
What are you trying to say?
Pause everything.
What are you trying to say?
First of all, I want you to know.
My man is average height.
Average height.
He's average height.
That means you're average height
Of
too?
course I am.
Yeah, what are you talking about,
All
bro?
right,
come on,
What's your
man.
mouth? Listen.
And listen,
Fam, you are only 2 to 3 inches taller than me. Don't act like you're 6 feet, first and foremost, okay?
I'm 6 feet.
No, you're not.
I'm 6 feet.
You're 5'10", 5'11". Keep going.
This guy's trying to move like Victor Wembanyama.
What's wrong
here.
with
Like,
this guy,
chill, bro.
You're in the same category as me. Low key.
What? What's that category?
Under 6.
Ah.
Yeah, you are.
Ah.
Anyway, keep going. Sorry to interrupt. I had to do something.
I should have said trigger warning. Trigger warning. I should have said trigger warning.
No, I had to let this guy know.
All right. Hi, my name is Julia. I'm 19 and I'm 5'4". So I met this guy from a friend of mine who said we would be a good match. After spending some time together, he was pretty nice, but a bit shy. He is 5'5", though, which is very short for my preference. I wasn't really attracted despite him not being a bad-looking guy. So I guess she was attracted to him, although he was 5'5". I didn't want to waste any more of his time or my time, so I told him that I thought he was a fine guy, but I just wasn't feeling it. But he clearly was pretty hurt and kept asking why. And I just told him he was a bit short for me and I wasn't really feeling it. He kind of nodded and said, okay, with a bit of hurt in his voice, and drove me home. Was I right to tell him straight up because he was just asking? Or am I the asshole?
That's tough.
Yikes.
That's tough. You know, I'm on the fair belief system that you have the right to be attracted to what you are attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you shouldn't be criticized. You shouldn't be looked down on. You have the right as a person to like what you like in somebody, right?
Right.
So was he wrong? No. Like, you pursue what you're attracted to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but from a perspective of him, I can see how hurt he was.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like short dudes are the one group that it's okay to make fun of them. Like, you can't, like, other groups right now, you can't make fun of them. You can't make fun of fat people anymore. You can't make fun of bald people anymore. Oh, you probably can. You can't make fun of, like, a lot of different groups because now it's like we're in this world where people are woke and stuff, right? But the one group that is totally fine to make fun of is fat, like, short people. And I understand where this guy's coming from. Like,
You do?
not personally.
You
I'm not 5'5".
You want to go into it?
That's
I
was letting you rock.
I'm a
Go on.
solid 5'8", 5'9". You
Gang,
feel me?
gang.
Solid.
Why are you in between heights?
Depends on the shoes that I wear.
Depends on who's asking.
Yeah, depends
on who's asking.
But, like, from his perspective, it's tough loss, you know? You're going to get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the world doesn't like 5'5" men. And that's the harsh truth.
I mean, yeah, I 100% agree with what you're saying. That guy has every right to feel like the girl is superficial or kind of shallow
Yeah.
in a sense. But at the same time, too, like, she's entitled to want what she wants,
Facts.
want who she wants, and if she has preferences, we gotta respect that, you know.
Mm.
And the only advice I'd give to this guy is, yo, wear Tim's on your next date, fam.
But I disagree with that, fam, because if you wear shoes to make yourself feel taller, when, let's say, things work out for you and you take them off and you're looking at her like,
Who said you're taking them off?
you're gonna keep them on?
Always, forever, always rocking them.
That's his new feet.
Put a heel, you know those size increasers?
Yeah.
I saw Tyson not wearing them once. Yo, buy 2 pairs of those, bro. Rotate them through the week, man.
You look crazy.
That's it.
Your feet don't match your shoes will be in the air. It's like you're wearing heels, fam. Like,
That's
we
exactly
can't-
what it
we can't
is.
have that, bro.
I ain't 5'5", though. I ain't 5'5", though. I'm
That's a
standing
hard
on
life.
business.
That's a hard life, man.
5'5"?
I honestly feel bad for people. I feel like I am the perfect short height. Like 5'8", it's acceptable. You know?
Dude.
If you get lower than that, it's like the world just throws garbage at you, fam.
Really?
Like, you know, like, I think like 5'7", 5'8", like, if you're that, you're acceptable, but you're still short. But if you're like below that, it's like, shout out to you, man.
I disagree. I feel like the height matters, of course, but I feel like your personality also matters if you're a short person.
Yeah.
If you're a short person and you're very much like a kind of like a pushover, quiet, you know, like very like considered a weak person in a sense, right? You will be looked at like a smaller person in a sense. But if you have like a
Big personality.
larger than life personality, you know, you're very like vocal, you're very out there, I don't think you'll be viewed that same way.
That's true.
You know, so it's
Castanet's a good example of
a
that.
very good example. How tall is
I think
Kaisenat?
it's different though.
How tall is Kaisenat?
I don't know. I think he is anywhere between 5'5" to 5'7", 5'8".
I don't think he's
He's-
5'7".
He's in that range.
Yeah.
He's not short. Like he is small, but he's like, I think it's because we look at him so much compared to the 6 feet people in his house.
Yeah.
He just ultimately looks smaller. I've never seen the man before, so I can't. But the point I'm trying to make is, I think it's different when you have a large platform, when you have money,
But on
you have influence.
can I give you an example?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say this person's name because,
Somebody we know?
yeah, 2 people we know that we went to high school with. I don't know. Can we cut the names out?
We can bleep the names. Yeah.
Yeah.
The energy of their height, you know?
Okay.
One person is very calm,
What are you talking
obviously,
about,
bro.
man?
Like I'm saying at the time, but he radiated a very much like a taller energy, you know, like a
Yeah.
person who was like very outspoken, very like, in your face. He didn't seem like the
Yeah.
synopsis of a short person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other person I was mentioning, he was very much a giant, you know?
Gentle.
And he was very calm, he was very quiet, he wasn't necessarily taken in like a larger than life person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he grounded himself down to the people that were like shorter than him in a sense. So I feel like your personality also matters, you know? So yo, get your game up, man. What are you doing?
No, but I think you're always at a deficit. It's like you're being short as a man is like you're starting the race before or after everybody. And you have to catch up. You know, like you have to make up for somebody who isn't short. You know what I mean?
But a lot of people have those insecurities within them, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's more
That
of an
sets them
insecurity.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right, but I do think that is like, especially for women, that is, and they're justified. I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, but that is one of the most like sought after characteristics in men. You know, like I've seen so many TikToks where somebody was like, "Would you rather have a guy who's 6 feet and ugly, or 5 feet nothing and the most beautiful of people?" And they always pick the ugly person. It's just like they weigh that characteristic the most. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it's justified depending on what you're
If,
attracted
you,
to.
if you're overweight, will you get the same look as someone that's slimmer?
No.
That's something you have to overcome. Either
That's
you have
different,
to-
That's
but
different though.
let's-
You can
there's-
change that.
There's certain people where they're whatever I can't explain what it is.
Yeah,
They just can't lose a certain amount of weight.
but that's the minority though.
But that's
I don't
still
think
people
that's
that
right.
are out there.
But
Sure.
and I also will add too that what we see online is not what's reality. You know, that's
Yeah,
very much the
facts.
narratives that are being pushed. I would say even majority of people on a day-to-day basis that you see walking on the street, their preferences matter to them, but it more so matters to them what the person they're with is like as a person. You know,
Mm.
like their personality, their values, their morals, and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Those are more of a front-facing barrier to getting into somebody's life rather than their appearance. I feel like the appearance is more so like what you want in a sense of a person. So online and social media, obviously people are going to be like, yeah, this person has to be this. But when they go outside and they're faced with reality and everybody else comes from all different walks and sizes
That's
and
a great
stuff,
point.
then they kind of just, accept their reality. So I wouldn't say what's going on in social media is necessarily a general sense of what people go out and on a day-to-day basis and
Mhm.
experience. But at the same time, it holds a lot of merit because a lot of people are getting programmed. Like this girl, for example, in this story, she said that this person was a great person. They vibed, they clicked,
Mhm.
but it was just the fact that her preference was so like important to her that she was like, I can't even do it anymore.
I think she's not wrong though. Like I think attraction is important. Don't get me wrong.
But aren't you going to miss out on good people if that's what you're going to stand on?
Sure, but depending on if you have to weigh the pros and cons. Can you be in a relationship with this person and be attracted to them?
It seemed like they could. She just didn't give it much.
No, I don't think she could because she ultimately chose not to. So
But that's
she chose that.
Then I can agree with the person thinking that this person's superficial and
I don't
And
go ahead,
shallow.
or you're about to say something.
No, I don't think she's wrong. I think that just comes with age, though. When you're young, your preferences are a bit more superficial.
very
Yeah.
good point.
When you're older, you think more reality of who can I build a life with, and if this guy's matching with me in
Mhm.
compatibility
Mhm.
on what really matters, then I'll give him more of a chance. But
Right.
if she's young, she's willing to take that risk because she thinks the next one may be 6 foot,
Yeah.
maybe
Sure.
everything this guy has.
But the last thing I do want to say is the reason why I don't think she's the asshole is because, and I said this at the beginning, everybody should have the right, with free of judgment, to be attracted to what they are attracted to.
That's true.
Regardless of if it makes you feel some type of way, maybe it's because you didn't fit that requirement. That is their haq, you know, that is their right. And like personally, for me, I have some deal breakers,
Like what?
attractive wise.
Like what?
You actually want to know one? I can actually share one with you
Remember,
guys.
it's
It
Ramadan,
is
so
it,
don't make
it
me
is
crazy.
I want somebody who is conscious about their health. That's important to me. Like, and that comes in a lot of different forms. It could be the way that, like, what we put in our body. It could be like the type of exercise that we do. Like, I want somebody who is on a lifelong mission of being healthy, and that is a deal breaker of mine. You know, so if I don't, that can fit into the attractive also, and that can also fit into the mentality aspect. So it's like a duo type of thing, you know.
Mhm.
But that's something that I'm not willing to break any deals on. You
Well
know?
said. Well said. I appreciate that. Any last remarks?
No, I don't think. Again, I don't think the story has an asshole. She has a preference. He has to realize what his height is, and he can't work at to change that unless he gets surgery. But
Which is wild that
yeah,
people are
no,
doing.
just I think we all have to come to terms with our insecurities and make them strengths and
Mhm.
have something else. Like you were saying, like some short guy, they're funny.
Yeah.
They're witty. Like
Mhm.
you won't realize their height unless you're standing right next to them,
Right.
looking down on them.
hmm
If you have a little bit of space and you guys just talking, height, weight, none of that matters.
Yeah.
It's what the person matters that's
Mhm.
present.
hmm I think I think this person is not the asshole, but based on what you said, I think that age is a very good factor in this
Mhm.
discussion because, if I'm not mistaken, this person was in their early 20s, right? I just want to confirm their age
I
real
didn't hear
quick.
their age.
They said they're 19.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
you're very much right on the fact that your preferences physically will matter a lot at those ages, you know, and then like reality will start to kick in as age comes to you and you start to get older and you start to see people for who they are rather than what they look like, you know. So
Mhm.
not the asshole, but wear some Timbs next time, my G. That's all I can say.
And go for somebody who he can find a girl who's 5 feet. He's taller, you know.
Ah, but why? Freaking Kevin Hart's wife is taller than him. Why go after
No,
someone
but if that's something
shorter
that, you
than him?
know, like to avoid this type of predicament
You
again,
don't
he
have
could
to
go for
avoid it,
somebody.
though.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
If your personality and your everything else matches and it's just your height, then that person not for you. Go for someone. Go keep on going for the people you want to go for.
Mhm.
The right person is gonna match your energy.
Very well said. I like that.
Mental health.
Drop the mic on him.
Nah, I'm respect for Zone. Not doing that.
Figuratively.
That's